We're testing the new RICOH theta-client library with Flutter development. The library works with iOS native with Swift, Kotlin on Android, React Native, and also Flutter for cross-platform development. Although we're showing the demonstration on Android, the same code from Flutter, which is written in Dart, will also compile to iOS. Flutter is just one of the 4 options. Again, if you like to develop in Swift, you can just do it natively, as well as if you want Kotlin, you can do that using the same library. This is an initial look at the demonstration application that RICOH provided for Flutter, which uses the library theta-client. The theta-client library has a very wide array of features that's available. The skeleton or sample applications, this one for Flutter, it just comes with a very small amount of features and buttons. The idea is for you to customize it and then take the pieces from the library that you want to use in your own mobile app. This is just a sample of the tools that you'll have in your tool chest when you start developing the application. Both the library and the sample applications for all platforms are open source. So you can go to GitHub, just download the code and start editing it. There's examples on how to get the thumbnails, how to display the images, how to communicate with the camera. There's also examples for both still image and video, so you can start and stop the video. On the Theta X, it does take, I just tested it with a 4K resolution, but the Theta X can go a higher resolution. I'm not sure if the trigger from Wi-Fi can take it at the higher resolutions for the Theta X with the video. The Theta X can stitch it internally. I have this demonstration with dual fisheye right now. Some of these tests are also using the RICOH Theta Z1, which are the 2 primary cameras I tested. Both the Theta X and the Z1 work great with the theta-client library and the sample application. There's also demonstration video players to play the video in your application. Although not in this bare bones sample application, I have built Flutter applications with the 360 navigation of both the image and the video files. We'll likely include those examples in future tutorials. So I'll show you a few examples of easy customization. The first is in the app bar. There's a text widget. So in Flutter, the components are called widgets. And we're going to substitute the string. So it's just a piece of text here in the top app bar to OpKey branding example. So once you do a hot restart, so there's hot reload and hot restart on Flutter, you can see the top portion of the app bar now has the company branded text on it. And this might be a good way to just get started with some prototyping. If you change the branding, you can set it to your company colors in the app bar as well too. And then when you show your boss or your coworkers what your concept is, they might get a little bit more excited. You can also easily change or remove the app bar or put icons or images in the app bar itself too, as well as drop-down menus. I'll also include a short example of putting a company logo in the column. So Flutter layout is controlled by a system of rows and columns, and the front screen is in a column. So under the text widget for OpKey demo, we're going to put the company logo in there. To get the image to appear, you need to put the location of the directory of the image in the pubspec.yaml file and then run flutter pub get. After that, if you do a hot restart, the logo appears. For the background color of the top app bar, I'm going to use the material design color picker. You could use any type of color picker. I'm going to save the hex code from the tone of gray that I want to use for my company brand in my clipboard. So then I'm going to go to the color, so background color property of the app bar, and I'm going to enclose the color keyword from Flutter in a pair of round parentheses. I'll first paste the contents of my clipboard, which has that hash mark in front of it, and then I'll modify it to the Flutter format. So the Flutter format is simply to add a 0x to indicate hex, and then we're going to add the alpha channel or the transparency. So FF is no transparency. Once you do a hot restart, you should see your new branded color appear. We're going to be doing it one by one just for another screen here. What you probably want to do is set up a theme and then access the theme if your application has multiple screens on it. But for this simple demonstration, we'll just show you that the next screen of your application can use the same type of branded color. Copy and paste the background color line into the next screen. And then we'll do a mock-up for this take picture, imagining that you're taking the interior shot of a car, that single shot that you can rotate and see the interior of a car. So we'll also change the text in the top app bar, and it's looking good here with our customized color as well as our text for the app bar. You can easily see how you could create your own customized application within a day. Show your friends, your boss, and then you could have it on iOS and Android, so you could then put it out to the physical device and actually demo it in a meeting. The full API documentation is also available for all the RICOH Theta camera models. There's active support in the community.theta360.guide forum, and the code is open source and available both for the library as well as sample applications for most of the platforms that you'd be developing for. So React Native also you can deploy to iOS and Android, also cross-platform with Flutter. You could write natively in Swift for iOS or Android Kotlin. So download it and build something. Let us know what you built. Just drop a link in the forum. We'd love to hear what you have in mind for your Flutter application or any type of mobile application for the RICOH Theta camera line.